Minerals, Part 1. Introduction. Every living cell on this planet depends on minerals for proper function and structure. Minerals are needed for the proper composition of body fluids, the formation of blood and bone, the maintenance of healthy nerve function, and the regulation of muscle tone, including that of the muscles of the cardiovascular system. Like vitamins, minerals function as coenzymes, enabling the body to perform its functions, including energy production, growth, and healing. Minerals are naturally occurring elements found in the earth. Rock formations are made up of mineral salts. Rock and stone are gradually broken down into tiny fragments by erosion, a process that can take literally millions of years. The resulting dust and sand accumulate, forming the basis of soil. The soil is teeming with microbes that utilize these tiny crystals of mineral salts, which are then passed from the soil to plants. Herbivorous animals eat the plants. We obtain these minerals by consuming plants or herbivorous animals. Bulk minerals include calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, and phosphorus. These are needed in larger amounts than trace minerals. Though only minute quantities of trace minerals are needed, they are nevertheless important for good health. Trace minerals include boron, chromium, copper, germanium, iodine, manganese, molybdenum, selenium, silicon, sulfur, vanadium, and zinc. Because minerals are stored primarily in the body's bone and muscle tissue, it is possible to develop mineral toxicity if extremely large quantities are consumed. Such situations are rare, however, because toxic levels of minerals generally accumulate only if massive amounts are ingested for a prolonged period of time. What's on the shelves of? As with vitamins, it can be difficult, if not impossible, to obtain the amounts of minerals needed for optimum health through diet alone. Mineral supplements can help you to make sure you are getting all the minerals your body requires. Minerals are often found in multivitamin formulas. Minerals also are sold as single supplements. These are available in tablet, capsule, powder, and liquid forms. Some are available in chelated form, which means that the minerals are bonded to protein molecules that transport them to the bloodstream and enhance their absorption. Once a mineral is absorbed, it must be carried by the blood to the cells and then transported across the cell membranes in a form that can be utilized by the cells. After minerals enter the body, they compete with one another for absorption. For example, too much zinc can deplete the body of copper. Excessive calcium intake can affect magnesium absorption. Consequently, supplemental minerals should always be taken in balanced amounts. The abs of minerals. Boron is needed in trace amounts for healthy bones and muscle growth because it assists in the production of natural steroid compounds within the body. It is also necessary for the metabolism of calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium. Boron enhances brain function, promotes alertness, and plays a role in how the body utilizes energy from fats and sugars. Most people are not deficient in boron. However, elderly people usually benefit from taking a supplement of 2 to 3 milligrams daily because they have greater problems with calcium absorption. Boron helps to prevent postmenopausal osteoporosis and build muscle. New research indicates that taking supplemental boron can shrink prostate tumor size, lower blood levels of prostate-specific antigen, and may help prevent prostate cancer. Boron alleviates joint discomfort by reducing levels and LOX enzymes and helps to preserve cognitive function. Sources: boron is found naturally in apples, carrots, grapes, dark green leafy vegetables, raw nuts, pears, and whole grains. Cautions: do not take more than 3 to 6 milligrams of supplemental boron daily unless it is prescribed by a healthcare professional. Boron is toxic in high doses but is not carcinogenic or mutagenic. Calcium. Calcium is vital for the formation of strong bones and teeth and for the maintenance of healthy gums. It is also important in the maintenance of a regular heartbeat and in the transmission of nerve impulses. This important mineral is also essential in blood clotting and helps prevent cancer. It may lower blood pressure and prevent bone loss associated with osteoporosis as well. Calcium provides energy and participates in the protein structuring of RNA and DNA. It is also involved in the activation of several enzymes, including lipase, which breaks down fats for utilization by the body. Calcium protects the bones and teeth from lead by inhibiting absorption of this toxic metal. Sources: calcium is found in dairy foods, salmon, sardines, seafood, and dark green leafy vegetables. Food sources include almonds, asparagus, blackstrap molasses, bruised yeast, broccoli, buttermilk, cabbage, carob, cheese, collards, dandelion greens, dulse, fig sorbets, goat's milk, kale, kelp, milk, custard greens. Comments. The amino acid lysine is needed for calcium absorption. Food sources of lysine include cheese, eggs, fish, lima beans, milk, potatoes, red meat, soy products, and bruised yeast. Lysine is also available in supplement form. Female athletes and menopausal women need greater amounts of calcium than other women because their estrogen levels are lower. Estrogen protects the skeletal system by promoting the deposition of calcium in bone. If you are taking medication for osteoporosis, a supplement containing vitamin D and calcium is required to help the medicine work properly. Other types of prescription medicines such as steroids and anticonvulsants interfere with bone metabolism, and taking supplemental calcium will help with that. A diet that is high in protein, fat, and sugar affects calcium uptake. The average American diet of meats, refined grains, and soft drinks leads to increased excretion of calcium. Oxalic acid interferes with calcium absorption by binding with it in the intestines and producing insoluble salts that cannot be absorbed. The normal consumption of foods containing oxalic acid should not pose a problem, but overindulgence in these foods inhibits the absorption of calcium. Calcium supplements are more effective when taken in smaller doses spread throughout the day and before bedtime. This mineral works less effectively when taken in a single megadose. Most experts agree that no more than 500 milligrams should be taken at one time, as this is the maximum amount the body can absorb in one dose. Some vitamin companies use a compound called calcium phosphate in their products. This form of calcium is insoluble and interferes with the absorption of the nutrients in a multi-nutrient supplement. Antacids such as Tums are not recommended as a source of calcium. Calcium absorption formula from A. Vodula Homeopathic is a sublingual calcium supplement that is especially effective for growing children, older adults, pregnant women, and anyone who has difficulty swallowing pills. Cautions: calcium may interfere with the effects of verapamil, calcium channel blocker sometimes prescribed for heart problems and high blood pressure. Calcium can also interfere with the effectiveness of tetracycline, thyroid hormones, certain anticonvulsants, and steroids. Consult your healthcare provider before taking supplemental calcium if you must take any of these drugs. Phenobarbital and diuretics may cause a deficiency of calcium.